Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Today, more Taskmaster Tuesday. This is the third week of the second season. I'm not exactly doing too well, the other guys are. I still have a bit of catching up to do. Fortunately, this week might actually be interesting for me, because the task is quite similar to what I have done recently. Sunday, I published a video called Cruisers from Hell, and in that video I built a cruiser that was capable of taking on a battleship, or rather a pack of cruisers. Like a pack of hyenas, they tore a battleship or two to shreds. This time around it's going to be my one heavy cruiser from Germany, 1924, against one battleship, one light cruiser and two destroyers from 1920s France. Starting range 20,000 meters, and the scores are pretty straightforward. Sink the battleship for 3 points. Sink the battleship without hitting it with torpedoes, 2 points. Now this is 1924, so it's slightly older than what I did, but I might still be able to pull this off. One heavy cruiser coming up. Now we're going to make this a heavy cruiser? No, not a heavy cruiser apparently. What is this? Interesting. What's the form factor? 87, 107. So this heavy cruiser hull is far superior to the advanced armored cruiser. This is also, because it has a wider profile, more to what I have in mind for it. Oh, there. 16,999 tons out of the potential 17,000. Range, not important. Bulkheads, yes. Geared turbines, induced boilers, anti-torp, yes, some of it. Citadel, all of it. Anti-flood, 2. Reinforced, double hull bottom. Let's go with advanced propeller shaft, because that turning rate might be life-saving eventually. Alright, the plan here is to go with a very powerful front armament. Much to the detriment of any armament on the stern, which I'll probably not have at all, or at least as little as possible. Really? Is that how it's going to be? No, there you go. Alright, now let's shift you back as far as possible. There. So, it's going to be a shotgun of a cruiser, and I'm hoping that it will work. I don't, unfortunately, have too much left to put on additional weapon systems. Radar has not been invented yet. The range at which I'm traveling at might make coincidence rangefinder with quick gun aiming speed more apt. So let's go with that. Main guns, well, we got the 11s, and that's what I'll be using. They're not too heavy, 689 tons, but that's without any bonuses. Oh. They're actually a bit heavier and wider than I was hoping for. Give me side-mounted guns. What? That's not side-mount. Side guns, 11-inch, triple. Yeah, the hull is not wide enough. The hull is not wide enough. Okay. I really want those 5 points this week. If I want to pull that off, I'm going to have to go with something that's slightly sleeker for side guns, like 8s. Is 9s an option? Come on, side guns, 9, dual. No. 9-inch guns are far wider than the 8-inch. The 8-inch is still somewhat sleek-ish, and can hopefully still turn. Let me verify that. It might be able to turn, but I'm not very convinced. With an 8-inch gun, at let's say 5,000 meter range, I can pen 11.6 inches of armor. That would probably be enough. Now I can pen 14.9. What about a 7? I need something that's slightly sleeker so that it's able to turn. And this isn't it. That might be it. Yes. That's the spot right there. That's where they sit and that's where they turn. Then, centerline guns, 11 triple. Unfortunately, that does lead me to have a very heavy bow, but I can still offset that. When it comes to turret rotation, I would like a bit of an upgrade, but I don't need a ton of it. And semi-auto loaders will ensure that these things fire every 26 seconds. Now, whereas the 7-inch guns have a pen at 5,000 meter range of 11.6, these things at 5,000 meter range have a pen of 20-inch. That should be more than sufficient to pen the enemy. Still, I would like to boost this a little bit, so we're going to go with super heavy shells. And now my pen is 21.8 at 5,000 meters, or 12.7 inches. That could still be a problem when it comes to dealing with smaller... No. Well... A smaller battleship that is not as heavily armored, but might have a heavy hull, like a heavy belt, could be a problem. Also problematic is my speed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tack on quite a bit of armor to the belt extended, because that's my nose. And my nose is gonna take a ton of damage. Also boosting turret armor to 14 inches. Conning tower as much as I can. Engine efficiency, any word? 100, very nice. As for the other ships, they're not mission critical. The light cruiser, the destroyers, I think they're going to be a bit of a nuisance, but that might be the extent of it. Now, since this ship is going to go in close, I need to keep an eye on what my ship rotation is. 486 turning circle. If I put an auxiliary engine on, and I know the ship is overweight, I can push that down to 436. That's not a big boost. 486, that's 50 meters. And, on top of that, it also means I get better damage control. Hawkz 3, 40% to ship repair for all modules. A better propeller shaft is going to push it down to 355. That's really good. Sonar 1, making sure I get even more. Oh, barbette armor. Why not? 353. If I go without a torpedo blister, I can push another 300 tons off of the hull. And that might allow me to put some form of secondary armament on. Mark 4. Everything's Mark 4. Let's go with a couple of smaller 4... Oh, actually, 3 inches? Yeah, the 3 inches can sit above and can provide additional suppressive force to deal with smaller ships, such as destroyers. I do not like destroyers. Interestingly, we have a bit of a heavy aft offset. Oh, that's not even close. 11-inch dual? 5.6. Now the bow's too heavy. Whoa. Calm down. There. The belt of this ship is not great. I might be able to push it up to about 8, maybe 9 inches of armor, but that will be the extent of it. Extended armor. The benefit of the belt extended is that you can angle it very much, and that way hopefully keep your ship alive. So an angled 14, maybe 15-inch armor belt is going to be a hell of a match. Let's go for 14. Any chance for small 2-inch secondaries near the bridge? Yes. Forward firing 2-inch guns. Again, to deal with some pesky destroyers. You can even put them all the way up there. It's not going to cause list or anything, don't worry. Push this gun forward. Yeah, there we go. Oh, a little more. 0.7. Very good. Anything else I would need? I know it's a risk going without anti-torpedo blister, and the ship is fairly slow for a heavy cruiser at 27.5. Let's see if this thing will do it. When it comes to deck armor, I'm not really planning on anything there. Oh, hold on, maybe the funnel. Could I save on funnel? If I go for a naturals funnel, engine efficiency still 100. See? What if I go for a smaller funnel? The advanced funnel 1. 59. That's not good enough. 92.5. And I still have a bit of tonnage left. Now we're getting somewhere. Anti-torp 2 is way too heavy. Anti-torp 1's too heavy. This is going to reduce torpedo damage. But that would imply that I get hit by a torpedo in the first place, which I don't want. Electrical turret rotation. Let's go for full electro-hydraulical turrets. I don't think that there's too much that I need to upgrade beyond that. Can I get to 28 knots? No, too heavy. Yeah, 28 knots, too heavy. Crap. Alright, so that means additional armor. Let's make this a tank of a cruiser. 10.5 inches of belt armor, plus 118%. 14 inches of belt extended, so that's effectively 28 and change. 14 inches on the turret, 10.5 inch on the conning tower, turret top. Let's hope I don't get hit there. If my secondaries start burning off, that's unfortunate for the gunners. But it's not really something that's going to keep me awake at night. As opposed to the gunners who will be dead, so neither of us are going to lose any sleep over that. Well, just hope I don't get hit at range. Here we go! The French seemingly have brought a fairly sizable ship this time around. A light cruiser and 2 destroyers are an unknown. There's not a whole lot you can make out from their particular hull. So, it's again a cruiser. ABX format. If and when I need to, I can use the stern gun, but I'm more using it as an ammo storage. Because every gun that you get gives you 330 shells, depending on whether or not you get the additional ammo upgrade, like the increased ammo complement. 7-inchers, they are main guns. They can also be used to quickly eradicate smaller ships. They reload in almost 19 seconds, that's pretty slow. But it's not as slow as these, which reload in almost half a minute. 3-inchers, 2-inchers. I think this is not a bad looking ship. At least not as bad as what I had a few days ago. Now, of course, as per the usual with Taskmaster, I am not doing this solo. Taskmaster is a team sport, or a team competition. So this means that Spartan Elite, Brother Monroe, and Serious Strategy Gamer are also a factor in this competition, and they're currently leading. Next week's going to be the last week, and we'll be deciding, most likely, who will win. Alright, we have the enemy spotted. They have also spotted me, and their turrets are starting to turn. Lately, somebody asked in the comment section, I'm always surprised at how he guesses the enemy's guns. I'm not. I'm looking at what the shoot info says here. It says 4x2 15-inch guns, 3 777s, 14 8s. Oh, lordy. That's a lot of casemate firepower. And then another 6 8s. That's these 2 turrets. And on top of that, 12 5-inch guns. This is not going to be pleasant. Currently, the only real option I have is to try and gain, well, to close the distance on it. Just make sure that I can effectively hit it. And deck armor is not the option here. It's not the answer for me. If I can eradicate the destroyer and the light cruiser while I'm at it, fantastic. Here's their light. Fairly sizable amount of guns, and I'm seeing torpedo launchers there. This is a 12 gun build 7-incher. Alright. She is packing a smokescreen, as of course light cruisers do. The 7-inchers... Oh, look at that. It's a bit unusual. I mean, I don't often get this, but the 7-inchers are targeting the light cruiser, whereas the 11s were initially targeting the battleship. Let's see if I can make a bit of a roadkill on this light cruiser. I'm trying to keep zigzagging to throw off the aim of the battleship. I'm entirely uninterested in their 15-inch guns. And the level of damage, hello torpedoes, the level of damage that they can do. Spotted those at 3 clicks out. Oh buddy, are you in trouble? Because you're no longer under the concealment of a smokescreen. This could be over pretty quick for that French lady. Oh, hold on, she just launched torps at me. Hard to starboard. I don't know her armor scheme, but that'll soon change. And what I do know is that she's fresh out of torpedoes. The French light cruiser Pascal, torpedoes 19-inch, don't get hit by those. The 7-inchers probably can't hurt me. 6% chance to pen. There's another torpedo salvo. Her armor scheme is 2.3 inches on the belt. That 2.3 inches at a range of 2.5 kilometers can easily be penetrated by the 3-inch guns. And that could hurt. Oh yes, it does. Fire and flooding. Standard complement of bulkheads. The Pascal is going to be dead very, very soon. Of course, this is what heavy cruisers excel at. Killing the light cruisers and the DDs most of the time. Michelle just took a hit. More floodings, this time on the stern. Ship is largely on fire. Or as Drakenifel would say, or otherwise unagreeable. Which I think is a fantastic term. There's more pens. That was the smaller guns, I think the 3s. More flooding. Give him the good news, fire high explosive. 11 inchers almost ready to fire. That ought to do it. That amount of fire. That amount of flooding. Something's got to give. Interestingly, I have not spotted their DDs yet. Oh. Speaking of, their DDs have been spotted, or at least one of them. Let me finish up with the Pascal and I'll be right with you. And you're dead. Save ammo. I do not want you to spend... I do not want you to spend all of your ammo on, especially the 11s, on that destroyer that you cannot possibly hit at this range. Oh, this one has a bunch of torps. That's quad. That's 12 torpedoes per. That's fairly substantial. That is pretty dangerous. Okay. Now the mains are not allowed to fire unless they have a good solution, but the same cannot be said for the secondaries, which will open up at a range of 6.7. So far I've been hit 24 times for a mere total of 30 points of damage. The French battleship has been ID'd. This is the Gascogne. Currently she can still pen me pretty reliably, because she's flying right through my angled, or well, through my deck armor. She does still have a high ricochet chance. Still, it's not something I really want to put to the test that much, because I don't feel too confident. Why is the 7 not firing? Maybe the 7 doesn't have a good solution yet? Is that it? I really want a quick ID on these destroyers because I'm concerned. If they got some sort of sneaky torpedoes that I can't see unless it's too close, I'm going to get hit and sunk by a DD. Ooh, that DD is going down fast. That flooding is really hurting it. That was not the case of, on average, those shells hit. Several in front, several behind. On average, they hit. And 83, 84, 85, 86. Preventatively, I'm going to make a turn. Because I have been on this course for a while now. Come on. What's my chance to pen that BB? 28%. Ah, the Somali. 100% chance to pen. She has not yet launched her torpedoes because they only have a range of 6. So that just puts me inside of her torpedo range now. Minimum bulkheads? How are you not dead? Come on, Somali. Enough is enough. You've already taken a ton of damage for a DD. Let's call it a day, shall we? Because the Michelle has other business to attend to. She has a little date, shall we say, with the battleship. Speaking of that battleship, this BB, 13% chance to pen me. My chance to pen them, 28. Oh, here come the torps. Hard to port. I don't like that, because it means I'm opening up my broadside. But I can do a quick zigzag and be back on my way towards the battleship very quickly. La Fortune, over there. Is that your whole spread? Yes, that's all of them. Go on, let's have it. Alright, starboard. Dude, please. You fought a good fight, but you're stationary. Most of your ship is flooded. Don't you think that it's time to abandon ship and stop fighting? Insert your French runaway jokes here. Flooding. That ought to do it. Boom. Good. Next stop, La Fortune. Main guns on the Gascon, please. 29% chance to pen. In reverse, that is down to 12.5 and dropping. At this point, I'm not too interested in rushing in. 29% chance. I can pen their superstructure, their extended belt, but not their turrets. How much armor do you have? Plus 110. 11 inch on the belt. So that's their main armor belt. If I want to pen 11 inches of armor, plus 100%, I would need to be at about 5,000 meter range. So that's where I'm getting to. I'm actually quite close to that. Every now and then the thing puts me on fire, but it doesn't really do that much. Fortunately. Standard complement of bulkheads. Very slow for a battleship. She does come with torpedoes. I have to be a little careful with that. Now normally I would really not want a heavy cruiser this close to a battleship. For the simple reason that that battleship would be able to do a lot of damage right through the bow of my cruiser. In this case, with the Michelle, I'm not that concerned. This thing has such a hugely armored nose that it's not very likely that she'll take a ton of damage. Flooding. More flooding. Buoyancy 58, 55. Holding. Gascogne. 6% chance to pen and still getting worse. La Fortune. Sorry, Fortune. More fire. Slow down more. I really don't want to get too close to that BB. Because she has torps, and those currently are my bigger concern than the guns. Tough little ship. And, speaking of, that tough little ship has her torpedoes ready. Range of 5.2. Nope, no more torps. Alright, buddy, just you and me now. And unlike you, I really haven't taken a scrap of damage. 28% chance to pen. Reverse, 6.2. Not too bad. Let's see how close I can get. She just did launch another set of torps. There. Where are your launchers, Gascon? 2 port, 2 starboard. So you send them out in small spreads of 2. Remarkably visible. And a good sonar system on the Michelle allows me to spot those early. I have destroyed a secondary gun. This 5-incher is no more. My chance to pen should be going up. Slowly. Yeah, there we go. 29%. This is going to take a little bit of time. Chance to pen me. Come on, game. 6%. My angle is not great. There's still a low ricochet chance, but that's still a chance. Let's increase speed. I want to see if I can get to about here. And with my good speed and engine efficiency, it shouldn't be hard to pull up to back to 27 knots. Here we go. 17 knots. 17, 18, 18.5. Ship has taken some damage, but so far nothing too serious, except potentially for that second turret on the stern. That one. Torpedo away. Let's see what you're doing. Damage to the main tower. Good shot. There's the torp. They reload very quickly, these things. They only need 240 seconds. Oh, hold on. There's another torp over there. Let's zigzag. Even though it disrupts my plan to intercept him. This very much feels like a repeat of what I did Sunday with the Cruiser from Hell. I'm glad I got that little bit of practice. Because it's going to come in very handy here. Damage to the main gun. The second tower has been damaged. The second turret has been damaged. More torps. You're down to 4. Yeah. Torpedo launcher destroyed. Buoyancy, buoyancy is dropping as we have inflicted one incident of flooding. My chance to hit is a complete 100. As opposed to theirs, which is about 20, ranging to almost 3%. I'm really hoping I can cause a flash fire. But those are not something you can just usually conjure up by... well, by just aiming properly or something. Another torpedo launcher destroyed. That remains to be seen, though. I need to zigzag a little to burn off some speed. Chance to pen is now 37%. Range is 2 kilometers, which means that I can pen what? 27 inches of armor, so almost anything's fair game at this point. Turrets are fair game. Well, turrets are 26. Oh, that was a bad maneuver on my part. Destroyed the main tower. Could you not? Ammo detonation. Huh. There's my revenge. There we go. I'm angling back in. Watch this. 10.9, 10.8. 10.7? No. But my belt is more armored, or more angled now. Destroyed casemate, damage to the funnel. Slow her down. I can't throw the ship into reverse because I got steam engines. They really do not like suddenly being suspended. Diesels don't mind as much. Torps in the water. Maximum to port. Gascogne, chance to pen. 10-7. The turret faces are off limits. Can't hit that, or they can, well, they can hit them, but they can't pen them. Buoyancy is down to 54. The torpedo doesn't look like a threat. I really enjoy these kind of games. I'm just one smaller ship, basically brawling into a bigger ship. It's high stakes. 35% buoyancy, 34. A few more hits on the stern and we get him. With the buoyancy problem. The issue that I do see with this week's challenge is that the other contestants are more than capable of doing something very similar to this. This does not take any great skill. Shit. I lost a turret. So it is entirely likely that they will also be able to pull off something like this. Come on. Chance to pen 36. Chance to pen in reverse. A little under 11. Angle chance. 41 average. Okay. Rudder's damaged. Let me tell you, Frenchie, one of us is leaving, and I'm planning on it to be me. Unfortunately, your demise will be slightly slowed down, as you have destroyed one of my turrets. Which is quite rude indeed. Look at that damage. The whole main tower's done for. To my surprise, actually, all the secondaries seemingly have survived. Well, did they knock off a 7-incher here? No, it looks alright. It's damaged, but it's not dead. Alright. She still has torpedoes. I have to be careful. Fortunately, I'm almost able to turn on the spot now. That's your ammo, Frenchie. 600. You're not going to run out anytime soon. Waiting for the torpedoes to launch. Bring it. Bring it. Or have your starboard launchers actually been destroyed? Because I know the game told me so, but I don't always believe it. What have you been up to? And are you going to cause me harm with underwater weapons? Or not? More damage to the main tower, damage to the secondary tower, but their buoyancy is going back up. Hold on a moment. That's not what I was planning on. Just the sheer amount of shells bouncing off the hull is incredible. I have been hit 126 times for a mere 845 damage. 39 hits were blocked. 71 were flat out ricochets. 7 partial pens, 2 overpens, and 7 full pens. You see the shell? Well, you can see the impact. That's blocked. Right there, it just didn't do anything. Destroyed secondary tower. Very good. That's going to hamper their damage control ability. And potentially throw off their aim, but I'm 2,000 meters away. If they can miss it, well, they can definitely miss at this range. Fairly substantially so. Damage destroyed main tower again. I think the torpedo launchers might have been disabled for good. Can we set fires? And if yes, can we set them so fast that they cannot put them out in time? There's 4 fires. 5. Fires and fire damage over time does add up. The Gascon has had 11 fires. There, 26 fires. Plus 287 damage to 90. Just burn it down. Doesn't have to be nice, it just has to be gone. 300 damage. There's a fire there, there, and there. Those 11 inches are, of course, Grey's fire starters. The 7 inches potentially also, as they fire faster. Not if we hit him in the belt, though. 20% structural. Destroy no secondary gun. How many secondaries do you have left? This one's definitely gone. That main turret has taken some serious damage. This one has taken serious damage if it hasn't been flat out knocked out. I think quite a few of the casemates are scorched. Port side of the ship is pristine. The starboard side is where I did all my damage. More fires. Very good. I don't have to damage them that badly. %. I have another 5 fires raging. Oh, the main tower's been destroyed. Well, in that case, it's gonna get even worse. Buoyancy's dropping. Damage from fires is still ticking. Yeah, I think she's done for. Because without the main and secondary tower either feeding her information about where to shoot or to direct her damage control parties, those fires are going to rage out of control. And unless I get particularly unlucky, I'll be fine. If they torp me right now, I could be dead. But I think they're unable to do that. Because I destroyed those launchers. Buoyancy 7%, 6%, 3 engines are knocked out, rudder's gone. They cannot stop the flooding anymore. Well, they cannot pump the water back out. They can still stop the flooding by closing the bulkhead doors. I think that's just what they did. Because buoyancy stopped at 4%. Structural 8%. The fires have now done 650 damage out of 2600, so it really adds up. That was some oh! You still had one? Sneaky beaky. Where did that launcher come from? Cue the torpedo beats. Rudder to maximum, starboard. Oh! Yeah, that hit me. Damn it. Gascogne, that is not what our deal was. Seriously wasn't. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Come on. This thing is refusing to go down. The damage from fires is still ticking, but the structural is barely dropping. 3%. A 30 damage out of 2900. Come on. Don't fail me now. 2%. The chance to pen me has just suddenly gone up to 50%. If they get a hit with 15-inch guns, I'm going to have a massive problem on my hands. At this point, probably better to turn to starboard. Turn out. She's gone. Alright, the Michelle took a bunch of damage there, but survived. Job done. So, 5 points this week. Hit the battleship. Oh, sorry, sink the battleship. 3 points. Sink the battleship without hitting it with torpedoes. 2 points. Job done for 5 points, but I think that Spartan Elite and Brother Monroe and Serious Strategy Gamer will all complete the task as well. Be sure to check it out. Linked down below are their attempts. I'm unfortunately... Well, I don't think that they're going to be failing this one, but let's see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, and I'll see you soon for more videos.